Well, when I went there, you're thinking, okay, you're ready for it. Okay, you've already read the history. You've read, Anne Frank's diary, even seen the film. I don't remember who starred in it now, but I saw that, and I'm standing in front of the house. I'm prepared. It's interesting, but I'm prepared. You walk in, it's another story, and it was emotional. Then there was Prague, '93. I've been to Amsterdam 4 times. I don't remember which trip I saw the Anne Frank house, because I went within a fairly short period to Amsterdam 4 times. Prague was the real start of my interest in Jewish culture. As I said, I read about it when I was a kid, but it meant no more to me than any of the other stuff related to the war that I read. It was a tragedy, yes. I didn't put it down, and I never thought this didn't happen, but it just didn't affect me that much. But in '93, I went to an exhibition in the old Jewish quarter of artwork of children who had died in the camps, but the artwork had survived. That hit me like a ton of bricks. And I remember walking out of the exhibit feeling incredibly sad, depressed. Anyway, I went around the corner. There was a little Jewish cemetery, small. There was a very Orthodox-looking rabbi there with a group of his followers, all wearing the traditional Orthodox, and they're walking through this little cemetery and putting stones, and I felt better immediately, because I said, yes, there's still life. Well, it actually took the trip the following year, '94, to really start things off. That's when I connected more what I read as a child to Prague in '93 to the following year. And that came about when I was living in the Soviet Union. I was actually there when the Soviet Union collapsed. I didn't plan it, it just kind of happened. Hey, good timing. Nothing happened, it was very peaceful. But while I was there, I was picking up any books I could find in English. I had to go 24 hours north by train up to Moscow to get anything. So I was picking up whatever I could find, good communist literature, socialist literature. Yes, comrade. And so I found this work of fiction called The Hills of Vilnius. I read it, made Vilnius sound so fascinating that I said, okay, I'm going to go there. So in '94 I did for the first time. Immediately fell in love with the city, even though at the moment it wasn't about the Jewish culture, but while I was there at that time and in my subsequent visits, '95, '96, '97, 2001, 2002, this was before I had the idea for the library, I did explore the Jewish culture, the old Jewish quarter, the ghettos, the cemeteries. So I started feeling much more of a connection because, Vilnius, or Vilna, was the Jerusalem of the North. So there was this incredibly strong feeling for me. I guess I'm very sensitive, and even though there's so little left, I sat there having done my reading in the past and what I'd read before the trip, and then I'm just going like, wow. To know what was there and what's here now, it's a big difference. So I guess '93 was a big part, seeing the exhibition of the art. Then '94, visiting the Jerusalem of the North. I think that's really was the catalyst, even though, of course, it took 10 years later before I had the idea for the library.